Hey guys, we're back. Guys, this time next week I would have done 2 of my exams already. I cannot get off my phone. I cannot seem to do any work during the day, so I'm holding myself accountable again. I just had to download an app to block my social media because it's getting that bad. I need to start watching my own advice videos at this point. Like, I don't know what's going on. Right, it's currently 20 to 11 and we're gonna lock in. I'm gonna have such a productive day that by the end of the day I'm like, wow, that's insane. First 2 exams are finance and marketing, so they're the 2 that I'm going to be focusing on this week because otherwise there's no point in doing them like the rest in advance. I actually bring my whiteboard back with me, and I also have already made all my flashcards, so I mean I am off to like a good start. I'm going to break it into learning the content and then practicing the content. The annoying thing is that there's only 1 past exam paper for each module, so it's kind of difficult to like do practice questions because once I've done all the practice questions in the 1 paper, then it's like, well, what do I do now? Anyway, so the main focus is going to be learning the content, so I'm going to do some active recall with my flashcards on my whiteboard. Recently I've noticed, especially for my Christmas exams, I keep like lying to myself about how much I know. Like, I'll be going through the flashcards, I'll be like, yeah, know this, and I don't know anything. So we're going to make sure that I actually do know all of the flashcards. Oh my god, I'm tired already. Okay, let's go. I have my whiteboard, my pen and my rubber. These are my finance flashcards and I'm going to try and blurt them first. To blurt my flashcards is I start by reading 2, like 1 side each, put it down and I write down the first side of the flashcard, add in like anything that I got wrong, and then I read another side of the flashcard and then recall the other side of the first flashcard. Basically what you want to do is not just like read a side, write it down, because that's just not going into your long-term memory. You want to read a side, read another side, so it kind of like distracts you from the first side, and then try and recall the first side, because that's like a proper way of knowing that it's actually gone into your memory. And I make 2 piles of ones that I got right, or like pretty much near enough right, and I just made like a silly mistake, and then ones that I didn't do wrong. Sometimes if I'm like right at the start of them, I'll also make 3 piles of like ones that I have like no clue what's going on and I actually need to do more research to try and get my head around it. That's another thing as well that I think I sometimes have to remind myself. If you're reading a flashcard and it's not going in your head, it's probably because you don't understand the information. There's no point just trying to memorize like a sentence because you know that that's what you're being tested on, because then it's really hard to apply in an exam because you don't know when it would be like needed to link to something or used in like another context. If I'm like, I don't understand this at all and that's why I'm not able to remember it, then I will look it up and I'll do a bit of research or sometimes watch a video. That sometimes really helps me like kind of understand the concept a bit more. That's what I'm going to do. Hopefully it won't take me too long. I mean, I do have quite a few flashcards, but I feel like I actually go through them a lot quicker than I think, so it should be all good. Hey guys, I've just finished blurting. This is the pack that I'm quite confident with, and then these ones I need to go over again later. So I'm going to leave them divided up. Now I'm going to go through the ones that I don't really understand, and I'm going to do a bit more research on what they actually mean, because I feel like I keep reading them and then I can blurt them and then I go to do it again like the next day and I'm completely forgotten what it's about, so I feel like that is not a good sign. So I'm going to do that now. Hopefully that won't take too long, and then I'm going to go on to doing some practice questions. I'm now doing some practice questions. I'm trying to do valuing of bonds and it's the most boring thing I've ever done. I mean, I've got the hang of it now and it's actually a lot easier than I thought it was, but I'm still kind of concerned because like when I think back to the flashcards I just did, like there's a few things that I'm like, if I got a question on right now, would I be able to do it? Probably not. So I think I'm going to go through some of the written questions and just try and make sure I know all my definitions and what everything is. I think it's quite hard with like modules that I didn't get to pick because obviously I would have never really chosen finance and it's kind of the side of business that I don't like as much. So I feel like I need to actually just find the gaps in my knowledge and then fix that before I keep doing practice questions. Otherwise I'm just going to end up thinking I'm doing the right thing when I'm not. Okay guys, it's now 12:30, so I'm going to move on to doing marketing. I think I will come back and do a bit more finance later, but for now, I feel like I actually kind of understand, so we're improving. I also really want to make banana bread today, so I'm going to take a break halfway through and do that. Okay, I don't even know where to start with marketing. Should I get a drink? I want to try one of these cherry dashes. I've scratched my neck again by accident. I really need to file my nails down, like that just seems like the easy fix to all my rash scratching issues. Oh, that's so crisp. Oh my god, wait, why does that have like a weird aftertaste? I think I prefer it to the raspberry, like it definitely has more of a stronger flavour to it, but I think the lime is still my favourite. For marketing, I'm allowed to bring in a cheat sheet, which I think is so random. Like out of any subject to be able to bring in a cheat sheet, marketing just feels so like random. So my content I've managed to squeeze onto there, but there's just like a few more like explanations. But this is the thing, like I actually think it's worse in a way that I have a cheat sheet, because for revision I'm like really not focusing on content at all, because in my head I'm like, I have a cheat sheet, but like not all my content is on the cheat sheet. I have some flashcards here that I'm going to go through because they're the ones that either aren't on there or I don't go into a lot of detail at all, so I really need to like make sure I understand them. I'm going to do some practice questions on marketing because I feel like that's the bit, because a lot of it's written and like 20 markers, and I feel like that's where it's going to catch me out. So let's do that. I'm finding that I'm not really finding like that many gaps where I like don't understand something, and I think it's because I'm just assuming that I know the content. So I'm going to try and do some practice questions and then not look at my cheat sheet. Actually, I'll look at my cheat sheet but not look at my flashcards. I'm like getting to the point where I'm like, this answer's so bad because I just don't have enough content to put in it, that I know I need to go over that topic. On all of the multiple choice questions on the past papers though, so I think I'm just going to try. I think there's one written question that I haven't done. I feel like I've like mentally clocked out of revision now. Like every time I try and do something, I just can't keep focused. It's currently 1:45 though, so I have done quite a bit. This is the work that I've been doing. I feel like I keep just gaslighting myself into knowing it when I don't. So I'm gonna take a break. I think I'm gonna make my banana bread. I'm still gonna stick to the ban, and then I'll be done. Okay, it is now 4:05, so I've had a 2-hour break. I've made a banana bread, had some lunch, and we're back. I'm gonna do half an hour more of marketing, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Even though I haven't done that much revision, but I actually just don't really know what else I could do. What? Yeah, it was a delivery. I think I'm gonna get some more practice questions and then just go through them and hopefully see what I don't know still. Okay guys, I think I'm now done. I'm actually really happy I went through a few more questions, because there's a few more things that I've like added to my flashcards because I wasn't really like aware. Like I thought it was something else and it wasn't. I guess that's a tip as well. Like if you're going through your flashcards and you're like basically like gaslighting yourself, yeah, I know this, one way of testing it is literally just go to a practice question and put your flashcards away and you're not allowed to look at them. And if there's any bit of information that you're like, oh, I don't know, it proves that you're not actually memorizing your flashcards correctly, you're just skimming over them, which is what I sometimes do. That's me done for today. I will try and do some more throughout the week. I have got stuff on for the rest of the days. My version of stuff going on is like pub in the evening. Like I'm not going to be revising past 8 PM anyway. On that note, that is today's study with me done. I definitely did, I think it was about 3.5 hours. I got what I needed to do done, so that's the main thing. Anyway, love you guys and good luck if you're also in the same position studying. We've got this, not long now, final push. Bye.